Did you know that one of Halifax's most popular upscale restaurants was once a morgue tied to the Titanic disaster? At the corner of Carmichael Street and Argyle Street stands the Five Fishermen Restaurant, a building with over 200 years of history. It began in 1817 as a humble schoolhouse, offering free education long before Nova Scotia had its own public school system. Later, it was to be transformed by Anna Leon Owens, and that is the same woman who inspired The King and I, into an art school. That art school would eventually grow into what we know today as NASCAD University. But in the early 1900s, the building took on a far darker purpose. It became a home to John Snow and Company, an undertaker and mortuary, one that would find itself at the center of two of Halifax's greatest tragedies. On April 14, 1912, the Titanic struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic in Iceberg Alley, about 400 miles southeast of Newfoundland. Halifax, being the closest major port, became the base for recovery operations. The cable ship Mackay Bennett returned to the harbor on April 30th with the bodies of the Titanic's victims, greeted by tolling church bells and silent but big crowds. Halifax became, as one newspaper called it, a city of funerals. Inside the John Snow building, now the Five Fishermen, bodies were brought for identification and embalming. Coffins lined the floors. The air was heavy with salt, sea, and sorrow. In total, 306 victims were recovered by the Mackay Bennett and 17 more by the Minya. Many were buried at sea, but 150 unclaimed souls found their final resting place here in Halifax, in 3 cemeteries, including Fairview Lawn, now the largest Titanic gravesite in the world. And many of the more wealthy victims were embalmed and given coffins by John Snow and Company. Today, people dine beneath the same roof where undertakers once worked tirelessly to give dignity to the lost. And while the Five Fishermen now fills with laughter and candlelight, its walls still whisper a story of tragedy, compassion, and history, forever tied to Halifax.